Well, thanks for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, consider joining the family by clicking the subscribe button and remembering the notification bell so you can be reminded when I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create budget-friendly home decor that's easy to do. So if you want to see some of my creations, keep watching. I am so excited because today's video is part of a Winter Wonderland collab that's hosted by two of my dear friends here on YouTube, Nadia from DIY with Nadia and Lenny from Crafty Lenny. They has joined together some really talented crafters on this platform, and I am so honored to be amongst them. I'm going to have their channels and this amazing playlist linked in the description box below. So remember to check all of the information out in my description box. For the first DIY, I'm going to be using one of these round foam pieces. I have this vase from the Dollar Tree, as well as this plate candle holder. Also from the Dollar Tree, I have some holiday florals and picks and the pine cone picks, and I'm also going to be using some of these sticks out of these dried flowers. What I'm going to do first is take one of those round foam pieces and hot glue it down to the plate. After I get that complete, I'm going to take that vase and add that right on top using some hot glue. Once I have all of that complete, I am going to start cutting my floral buds and my pieces off the picks. I'm just going to clip them off the stem, because what I'm going to do is, I cut the stem down because I'm going to add these all around the foam. I'm not going to paint the foam or anything, because by the time I add in all these floral buds, it will cover the foam. So I'm just going in with different picks, making sure that I just create a nice balance of all of the different pieces. Then after that, I'm going to go in and start adding in these pine cone picks. It's turning out really pretty. And so what I'm going to do with the sticks from the dried flowers is I'm not going to add too many. I'm just going to break a few in half and just kind of blend them in throughout the arrangement. I thought the sticks will give it a nice outdoor touch to it. I wanted this to be a really nice winter look, and I thought adding in the sticks would bring that outdoor feel to it. So I'm not going to add too many. I'm just going to go in adding a few here and there. And once I have all of those inserted, I'm going to take some white acrylic paint and I'm going to brush around all of these pieces, and that's how I'm going to get that frosted winter look. This centerpiece is a nice Dollar Tree high-end piece. I thought this would be really nice to create something really beautiful and high-end looking using all Dollar Tree items. After I get that complete, I do have a white candle from the Dollar Tree that I'm going to add inside of the vase, and that is it. I think this turned out absolutely beautiful. For my next DIY, I'm going to be using one of these bowls out of the party section of the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using two of these mop heads, but you can use one and use some other filler. And I'm going to pull pieces off this little mini wreath as well. What I'm going to do first is use my white acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint this entire bowl. After I get that complete, I am going to just take a piece of jute cord. I'm going to tack it down with some hot glue so it can stay in place. And I'm just wrapping this around the top part, like the rim of the bow, and I'm just going to tie a little basic bow. I really like this DIY because I think this is a really cute accent piece for a winter white Christmas. So after I get that tacked down with some hot glue, I'm just going to take those little mop heads as fillers. And that's why I said you can use some bags for the first one and just use one on top. Then I'm going to take my scissors and cut all of my pine cones and my berries and leaves off of the little wreath. And then I'm just going to add them inside right on top of the little mop head. Now I did end up pulling a few more pine cones off another Dollar Tree pick because I wanted it to be a little bit more fuller. And then after I get all of that complete, what I'm going to do is take some more of that white acrylic paint and just brush over my pine cones. And this will be it for this DIY. Now this was really simple, budget friendly, but I think it is so pretty. For this DIY, I'm going to use one of those little small trees from the Dollar Tree, that round wood piece, and I got this little cow from Walmart for $1.47. What I'm going to do is take some hot glue and just hot glue it right down to the little round piece. After that is secured, I'm going to take my white paint and paint this entire piece. I'm going to paint the farm animal as well as the base. After that is complete, I'm going to take some brown paint and I am just distressing over the cow as well as the base. I'm not brushing real heavy, I'm just going in lightly. And then after that is complete, all I have to do is hot glue the little tree down, and I'm going to make sure I hot glue it down so it can cover that hole. And that is it for this. I thought this was a really cute decor piece to style. I absolutely love how this turned out. And I like that you can turn it and style it anyway. This is also cute for a tier tray as well. And for this next DIY, I have one of these trees here from the Dollar Tree. And I got this yarn from Walmart for like $3. And I'm going to be using some jute cord. Now what I'm going to do first is pull all of this tinsel off this tree. Now you see these trees done a lot where people cover them with yarn and different fabrics, and I just thought this would be the perfect time to create one with my winter white theme. And so what I'm going to do is paint it first. I'm painting it because I didn't like the color under there and I didn't want anything to peek through. And then after I finish getting that painted, all I'm going to do is tack down that yarn at the top with a little hot glue, and then I'm just going to start wrapping the tree until it's completely covered. I am going to go over some of the same spots a few times, just trying to cause it to be a little fluffy. I didn't want it to be too perfect with the yarn because it was going to kind of look thin or something. So I wanted it to look fluffy as if it was like, you know, full of snow. So I didn't go too perfect, and I'm just going to continue doing this until it's covered. Just taking some hot glue to tack it down. Once I get that complete, what I'm going to do is take that jute cord, tack it down at the top. I'm just trying to shape it a little bit. And then with the jute cord, I'm just going to wrap it around halfway, just adding in a little character to the tree. I did like it plain white, but I thought I'll add in a little jute cord just to give it a little flavor. And then what I'm going to do is just use some hot glue and tack it down. I'm going to use a few pieces of greenery and a little basic jute cord bow to add to the tree as well. And after that, that will be it. I think this came out really cute. For this next DIY, I'm going to be using this jar with this lid from the Dollar Tree. I am obsessed with these jars. I picked up a few of those. I have this rope. I got this from Hobby Lobby for 99¢, and I'm going to be using this pick from Walmart for 99¢. What I'm going to do is hot glue this rope right around the top of this jar, and I'm making sure that I wrap it around. I do want this to be neat, so I'm going to make sure that I hold the rope so that it could be nicely flushed up against the previous piece. And I'm just going to do this all the way around the top, the rim of the jar until it's covered. And then what I'm going to do is just tack it down with some hot glue and cut off the excess. This is a simple DIY, but I think it has a nice high-end look, and I think this is a cute piece to style for Christmas, and this can be recreated for different seasons. After I get that complete, I am going to pull all these pieces apart that's on this pick, because I do want to add them all into the jar separately. And as you can see, I'm just placing them in the jar, and then after I add the last greeneries, I'm just going to brush over those with a little bit of white acrylic paint. And then after I get that complete, that will be it for this DIY. It's really simple, but I absolutely love how this turned out. For this DIY, I'm going to use these unicorn horns that I had. I think I used these for a party that my niece had. And what I'm going to do is just take these. I'm going to take 3 of them because I'm going to hot glue them down to this round Dollar Tree wood piece. Now what I'm going to do is cut 2 of them down, and I'm just going to use my little spatula tool from the Dollar Tree to cut them down. After I get them cut down, I am just going to hot glue them down to the little round wood piece. I thought these would be cute as a trio set of trees. And so once I get all 3 of them tacked down, I'm just arranging them how I want them. I am going to go over this entire piece using some of that white acrylic paint. I wanted to use these unicorn horns, and I just thought this would be perfect. I can create some little trees. And so what I'm going to do is just paint over the trees, paint over the base, and then once I get all of that complete, I am going to take some more of that brown paint, and what I'm going to do is just distress around the base part. I'm not going to go over the trees. And then what I'm going to do is take this jute cord, and I'm actually going to hot glue this in between the grooves of the little unicorn horn. So I'm just going to take some hot glue, tack it down, and I'm just going to wrap it around to where the jute cord is in the grooves. And I'm just adding some hot glue here and there just to make sure that everything stayed tacked down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this to all 3 of them. And so after I get that clipped off, what I'm going to do is wrap the other 2, and this is how it turned out. I'm going to hot glue a few pine cones down, and then I decided to take another piece of jute cord and just wrap it around the bottom and create a little simple messy bow, and that is it. I think this came out really cute. I think it was a great use of those leftover unicorn horns. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching another one of my videos. I hope you enjoyed today's video just as much as I did. If so, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these were your favorite. And remember, today's video is part of a Winter Wonderland collab that's hosted by two of my dearest friends here on YouTube. And that's Nadia from DIY with Nadia and Lenny from Crafty Lenny. I'm going to have both of their channels linked in the description box below, along with the amazing playlist of some very talented crafters. I am super excited to be part of this collaboration with them. So after watching my video, make sure you head to the description box, check out the host channels, and check out this playlist. And if you're coming over from any of the other beautiful talented ladies channels, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you decide to hang around. Until next time, my friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.